How to crush your debt fast? Snowball versus Avalanche explained. Did you know the average American household has over $90,000 in debt? If you're struggling to make ends meet or feeling overwhelmed by your balances, you're definitely not alone. But what if I told you there's a way to get out of debt faster than you think? A few years ago, I was buried under a mountain of debt: credit cards, student loans, personal loans, you name it. I kept telling myself, I'll never get out of this. But guess what? I did, and I'm going to share exactly how you can too. In this video, we'll break down two proven strategies, the Debt Snowball and Debt Avalanche methods, that can help you pay off your debt fast. Plus, I'm going to give you real tips you can use today to start crushing your debt. If you're watching this, chances are you've got some debt weighing you down, whether it's student loans, credit cards, medical bills, or maybe all of the above. And no matter how much you want to pay it off, it can feel like an uphill battle. The truth is, being in debt can impact more than just your bank account. It affects your peace of mind, your relationships, and even your future financial goals. But here's the good news. You can pay it off faster than you think. You just need to know the right strategies and stick to them. We're going to talk about two main strategies that are proven to work: the Debt Snowball and Debt Avalanche methods, and I'll help you figure out which one works best for you. Plus, I'll share some bonus tips to help you speed up the process. What is the Debt Snowball method? Let's start with the Debt Snowball method. It's one of the most popular approaches because it's simple, motivating, and works for a lot of people. The Debt Snowball method involves paying off your smallest debt first, no matter what interest rate it has. Once you pay that off, you take the money you were using to pay off the first debt and apply it to the next smallest debt, creating a snowball effect. The idea here is that by knocking out your smaller debts first, you get quick wins. These small victories will help keep you motivated and give you the confidence to keep going. It's a psychological boost that makes paying off debt feel achievable. Let's say you have 3 debts. Credit card 1, $500 balance, 18% interest. Credit card 2, $1,200 balance, 15% interest. Car loan, $5,000 balance, 6% interest. You would start by focusing all your extra money on paying off the $500 credit card first. Once that's paid off, you use the money you were paying toward that to tackle the next smallest debt, the $1,200 card, and then the $5,000 car loan. By knocking off the smaller balances, you'll feel the momentum building. A study from the National Bureau of Economic Research found that people who used the Debt Snowball method were more likely to stick with their debt repayment plan. The psychology of quick wins really does help keep people motivated. If you're feeling overwhelmed by your debts, start with this method. It's great for building confidence. But keep in mind, this may not always be the most financially efficient method in the long run, especially if your larger debts have higher interest rates. What is the Debt Avalanche method? Now let's talk about the Debt Avalanche method. This approach is a bit different, and while it may not be as emotionally satisfying at first, it could save you more money in interest over time. With the Debt Avalanche method, you focus on paying off the debt with the highest interest rate first. After that's paid off, you move on to the next highest interest rate, and so on, until everything is paid off. The Debt Avalanche method is the mathematically optimal approach. By tackling your highest interest debt first, you're saving more money in the long run because you're reducing the amount of interest you're paying overall. Let's say you have the same 3 debts as before, but this time they have the following interest rates. Credit card 1, $500 balance, 18% interest. Credit card 2, $1,200 balance, 15% interest. Car loan, $5,000 balance, 6% interest. Under the Debt Avalanche method, you would start by focusing on the $500 balance with 18% interest. Then you'd go after the $1,200 balance with 15% interest, and finally the $5,000 car loan at 6%. Even though the car loan is larger, Its lower interest rate means you pay less in interest over time. According to a study from the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau, CFPB, people who used the Debt Avalanche method paid off their debt faster and saved more money in interest compared to those using the Debt Snowball method. The Debt Avalanche method is best for people who are good at staying motivated by the math rather than the small wins. If you're focused on saving the most money in interest and are okay with a slower start, this method will work wonders. Which method should you use? So, which method should you choose? The Debt Snowball or the Debt Avalanche? Let's figure that out. Consider your priorities. If you're someone who gets motivated by small wins and you need that momentum to keep going, the Debt Snowball might be the best choice. The quick payoff from small debts can give you the drive to keep going. When to choose Debt Avalanche? On the other hand, if you're someone who's more focused on the bottom line and wants to pay the least amount of interest, the Debt Avalanche method is for you. It may take a little longer to see results, but you'll save more money in the long run. I've known people who swore by the Debt Snowball method because they needed those early victories to keep their motivation up. But I personally used the Debt Avalanche method because I was focused on saving money in interest. Both methods work, but you've got to choose the one that keeps you motivated. Here's the most important thing. Both of these methods work. But it's not just about the strategy you choose. It's about consistency. The real key to getting out of debt quickly is sticking to your plan and making extra payments whenever you can. No matter which method you choose, set up automatic payments to make sure you're always on track. And if you get a windfall, like a tax refund, bonus, or side hustle income, use that extra cash to make a lump sum payment to your debt. To wrap it up, getting out of debt quickly is all about choosing the right strategy for you. The Debt Snowball is great for motivation, while the Debt Avalanche saves you money on interest in the long run. Both are effective. It just depends on what will keep you motivated. And remember, it's not about perfection, it's about progress. Keep making those payments, stay consistent, and eventually you'll see the light at the end of the tunnel. So which method do you think would work best for you? Debt Snowball or Debt Avalanche? Or do you have a different strategy that's worked for you? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. I'd love to hear how you're tackling your debt. If you found this video helpful, hit that thumbs up and subscribe for more practical tips on personal finance. Let's get out of debt together.